What looked like a customer simply buying some cigarettes quickly turned into an armed robbery, and investigators realizing this wasn't a random crime. Now the U.S. Marshals Service has joined the search for this man, identified as Raphael Lloyd, 47 years old, and a criminal history that spans at least 30 years. A man walks into the Be Green wholesale store here on South Monroe Street and tells the clerk he'd like to buy some cigarettes. The clerk requests the man's membership card. The man reaches into his fanny pack, but in his hand, investigators say, is not a card.
When asked for his membership card, instead of a membership card, he pulled out a handgun.
Investigators say the man pointed the gun at the clerk and demanded boxes of cigarettes, the clerk telling him to not do this, then locking herself in a room behind the register.
Other employees see what is going on and they come up to try and intervene.
Investigators say other employees start to fight the suspect for the boxes of cigarettes, and that's when a second suspect appeared.
This second individual comes over and starts grabbing these cigarettes as well.
The men run from the store, investigators say, with more than $1,000 in stolen product. Police are called, and as the employees are gathering themselves, one worker realizes the gunman looked rather familiar.
They recognize this individual who pointed the gun at them. Through speaking with other employees there, it turns out that Mr. Lloyd actually worked at that store previously.
The suspect had been identified as Raphael Lloyd, 47 years old, and a former employee of the wholesale store, according to investigators. And he had been fired.
Mr. Lloyd was fired from that store.
The crime, in fact, not random. Investigators say officers confirmed the suspect's identity by reviewing the store's surveillance cameras, which captured the crime.
This is somebody who does not have any problem pointing a firearm at somebody.
Lloyd, bold, with a history of trouble with the law.
Mr. Lloyd has an extremely extensive criminal history.
Court records show Lloyd's criminal history dates back nearly 3 decades to the mid-90s. Over the years, the majority of those arrests or convictions were for drugs, including felony possession with intent to manufacture and distribute. Records show at the time, investigators say Lloyd robbed Be Green Wholesale at gunpoint. He, in fact, had a warrant out for his arrest for violating the terms of his probation. That probation was for a 2017 conviction for yet another armed robbery. In that case, records show he was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Lloyd, now wanted for 2 crimes and on the run.
We need to get him off the street. Somebody that's going to go into a store and try and rob them at gunpoint for cigarettes, it shows desperate times, desperate measures. The issue is, where does he go from here? If he's willing to point a gun to get cigarettes, what's next?
Take a good look. Lloyd stands at about 5'11" and weighs approximately 200 pounds. Investigators warn he is known to have violent tendencies and should be considered armed and dangerous. If you have any information regarding his whereabouts, you're asked to contact the U.S. Marshals Service. The number 202-819-5058. Remember, you can always remain anonymous and you could earn a reward. I'm Alexa Ashwell, and this is Maryland's Most Wanted. Thanks for watching. I'm Alexa Ashwell. Here's another video to watch. Also, please take a moment and subscribe to our channel.